Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate and I feel like it's been an absolute eternity since I've been on here. So welcome back to my channel and I thank you for joining me today. I have for you a practice I like to call all wrapped up. And this is where we're gonna get into some binds. So some shoulders and some hips and hopefully some fun along the way. Grab a couple of blocks if you want them, a strap or some kind of belt that'll help you elongate your arms when you need more arm length, a blanket or towel maybe to sit on. Find a quiet spot, grab all that stuff, roll out your mat, and let's get back to it. All right, so we're gonna start in a comfortable seat. I've got a blanket underneath my butt because I think that feels good. If you want to sit on a block or a couple of blankets or a towel just to give your spine a little relief, that's cool. Let your eyes slide closed, let your hands rest in your lap, and just start to breathe. And breath by breath, you can start to set aside the stuff that tried to keep you from getting here today. Maybe the craziness of your day. Maybe it's early morning and you had a peaceful start to it. I hope that's the case. But wherever you are, whenever you are, just shift your awareness to your breath. And let it be smooth and steady and bolstering. And take a breath in and then drop your chin to your chest. Take a second here, feel your shoulder blades start to hug toward each other on your back and shake your head gently side to side. That's it. And then you're gonna lift your head and open your eyes and maybe let your head kind of rock a little bit side to side. Okay, you're gonna take your right arm and swing it across in front of your chest and sweep your left forearm underneath it. And just get a little stretch through the tricep, through the back of your arm there. As you reach through those right fingertips, slide your gaze over your right shoulder. Yes. Then bring your head back through the middle. You can let your left hand fall to the floor and you're just gonna swing your right arm up and around, take it up alongside your ear, and then take a little lean to the left. Let that right sitting bone root and just breathe some space into your ribs. We're gonna get kind of crunchy through your torso today, so some space is probably a good idea. And then inhale, come all the way up. Take that right arm, stretch it out straight, and then flip it so your thumb points to the floor. And bend your elbow and take the back of your hand to your low back. And give yourself a second here to feel the head of your arm bone slide back. The elbow can slide back if that feels all right, up through here. And then start to drop your your left ear over your left shoulder. Give your head a little shake. That's it. And then roll your chin down to your chest. You're gonna lift your head, sweep your right arm out again, reach it up alongside your ear, and then bend your elbow and walk your fingertips down your back. And grab a hold of that elbow with your left hand. And let your ribs start to kind of melt back in if they've popped out. And lift the center of your head toward the sky. It's easy to kind of roll down into it, but keep the crown of your head lifting up. That's it. Then we're gonna release those arms. Okay, and sweep your left arm across in front of your chest and hook the right arm underneath there. Same thing, you wanna feel that shoulder blade kind of settle into your back, pull back through the head of that arm bone, even as you reach to your fingertips. And then just look to your left. That feels good. And bring your head back through the middle, drop your right hand to the floor and sweep your left arm up and over, and we're gonna reach a little lean over to the right and root down through that left side. That's it. Same thing here, kind of make some space through that left side rib cage. And then inhale, come on back up. Left arm stretches straight out, flip, thumb points toward the floor, and you're gonna bend your elbow. Yes, back of your hand to the center of your back. And then as if you could make space underneath this left side collarbone, you're gonna roll that shoulder back a bit. And press your elbow back. Oh, it's tighter on this side. Ew. It's all good. You're gonna drop your chin to your chest. And then roll your right ear up over your right shoulder. Oh, maybe shake your head a little bit. Hopefully your eyeballs have not popped out of your head, but if they have, replace them into your skull. Roll your chin to your chest. You're gonna lift your head and then sweep your left arm out, reach it up, bend your elbow, fingertips walk down the middle of your upper back. Grab that elbow. Oh. Keep the lift through the crown of your head, length down through your tailbone. We got this. Take another breath while you're here. And when you exhale, you're gonna release those arms down. Okay, come on into table. And you can use a blanket to pad your knee if you want. It's all good. Couple of rounds of cat and cow. Just to reset if you've gotten tight from sitting. Or if you know, tight from life. Oh, and if there's any place that feels like it's kind of catched or it feels like you've got a little rough spot, you can move into it a little bit more. Then you're gonna send your hips back to your heels. Find child's pose. When your butt hits your heels, lift onto the tips of your fingers and walk your hands over to the right. And while your left sitting bone pulls back, you're gonna walk your left fingertips maybe a centimeter more away. And then back through the middle and point over to the left side. Same thing, right fingertips are gonna walk, send your hips back. Okay, back through the middle, downward facing dog. Pull it up and stretch it back. Oh, take a second here. Work it out. All right, you're gonna keep those hips high. Reach your right hand back to the outer edge of your left leg. All right, you're gonna keep these 3 points on the floor, right? Left hand, both feet. You're gonna gaze forward, come forward into plank, and as you do, sweep your right arm forward. Oh, and then pull it back, hips high, right hand grabs that left leg. 2 more. Inhale, rock forward, sweep those right fingertips. Exhale, pull it back and cross. 1 more. Reach it forward, pull it back and cross. And then back through the middle, downward facing dog, let your hips sway. And then switch sides, root through that right hand, pull the left hand across to the right leg. Warming up those shoulders, rock it forward, 3-legged planky thing. Left hand reaches, pull it back, outer edge of your leg. Again, rock it forward, pull it back. Last one, rock it forward, pull it back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Okay, you're gonna take your right foot, step it forward just a couple inches, open your toes about 45. Outer edge of that foot's gonna root down. Keep that right leg straight. This time right hand is gonna reach for your right leg. Sweep your left leg up. Yes, if you want to, you can play with bending that left knee and maybe taking your right foot or your right hand to that left foot. And we're just gonna switch, downward facing dog to start. Shoulders are getting warm. Step that left foot forward just an inch or 2, toes open. Left hand's gonna reach back to that left leg. Sweep your right foot up. You can bend that right knee if you want. Play with grabbing your foot with that left hand. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it forward into plank. When you exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin. Baby cobra, curl it up, inhale. When you exhale, you're gonna release your forehead, slide your hands forward, and now we're gonna prep for Sphinx, right? Prop yourself up on your elbows, roll your shoulders back, keep your legs active, tailbone stretching toward your heels. Lift through your low belly. Inhale. When you exhale, you're gonna kind of take your gaze down to the floor, tuck your toes, lift your hips. So we're in a forearm plank. And then you're gonna lift those hips even higher and come into a dolphin. You got it. can let your hips sway a little bit. Keep pressing through the thumb side of your hands. And then you're going to come up onto one hand and then the other, downward facing dog. And start to walk it forward. Uttanasana. Let yourself hang when you get to the top of your mat. You can soften your knees and keep your legs straight. Anything that feels like it's worthwhile to do while you're here at the top of your mat. All right, here we go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out, keep those feet rooted down. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach it to the top. When you exhale, slide your hands down through prayer, soften those knees and fold back down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. You're gonna plant your hands and walk it back. Downward facing dog. Oh. Okay, sweep that right leg up. Inhale. When you exhale, you're just gonna bend your knees, stack your hip. Oh, open it up. Oh, everything's tight today. It's all good. Down dog split. Inhale. When you exhale, step your right foot up between your thumbs. Come high into your fingertips. Sink those hips. Take a breath. On your exhale, you're just gonna slide your hips back. Work to straighten this right leg. Super long pyramid pose here. Blocks, if you've got them at the ready, or water bottles. Inhale, you're gonna rock it forward. When you exhale, plant those hands, downward facing dog, and then lower one elbow, lower the other. Make your way into Dolphin. Again, working the shoulder blades in. And then lift one elbow up, and then the other. Downward facing dog. Okay, here we go. Rock it forward. Make your way down. Knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga. All the way down. Find your Sphinx. Roll those shoulders back. One more breath. And then lower it to the floor. Slide your hands underneath you. This time press up through plank. And downward facing dog. Take your left leg. Lift it up. Stretch it back. Then bend your knees, stack your hip. Let it open here. Okay. Square it off. Step it forward. Nice long lunge. Come high on your fingertips. Sink those hips, but work your left or your right quad, right? Fire it up. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your hips back. Scissor those inner thighs. Rock it forward one more time into your lunge. And step it back, downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna add on from here, right? So take your right leg, lift it up, sweep it back, and then knee to nose, pull it in. Inhale, kick it back. When you exhale, you're gonna step your right foot forward. Crescent lunge, come on up. We're going right into it. You ready? Inhale, warrior two. When you exhale, open it up. Okay, we're gonna go for goddess. It's gonna be a long one. It's all good. Spin to the middle of the mat, toes out, heels in. And now you're gonna spin toward your left foot, right? So you're gonna spin your left foot open, spin your right knee in so it dips toward the floor. Come back into goddess. Do it again. Spin to the left, hover your right knee. Goddess. Last one. Spin and hover. Reach your arms up. Straighten that back leg. Inhale. When you exhale, right hand comes to the floor, left arm reaches up. Find a little twist here. And then left hand to the floor. Gonna shift your weight forward and come onto that left foot. Float your right leg up, standing split. Reach back through the ball of your right foot. Gonna step it to the back of the mat. And now we're gonna rewind into warrior two to the top of the mat. Ready? So windmill it up, all the way, 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 open, boom, warrior two, back to the front of the mat. Take your right forearm down to the top of your thigh. Slide your left arm alongside your ear. A little side angle here. Kind of ease into it. Take the left arm, reach it up. Flip your palm, and then the back of your hand's gonna come to your low back, like it did in the beginning, or you can wrap it around and grab for the top of your thigh. Try to keep your tailbone lengthening toward that back heel. And then I'm gonna keep this half bind with the left arm, but work to straighten your right leg for a little half bound triangle pose. Nice long spine. Maybe you can roll your shoulder open, lean back. Then release that left hand, plant them both to the ground. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come on forward. And lower it to the floor. Baby cobra, or an upward facing dog if you're feeling like it. And then pull it back. Downward facing dog. Okay, left leg's gonna lift. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, step it forward. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Sink down into the floor, even as you lift up into your fingertips. Warrior two, on your exhale, open it up. And we're gonna stay here for a breath and then come into this wide goddess, right? So hands come to prayer. We can open into our goddess pose. Yeah. All right, now we're gonna spin to the right, hover this left knee, right? So spin to the right and hover. Come back through goddess. Spin to the right and hover and back through goddess. One more. Spin to the right and hover. Reach those fingertips up, lift your back knee, and then take your left hand down, find your twist. Try to keep that left hip lifting. And then take your right hand to the floor, standing split on that right leg. Keep pressing the floor away. Lengthen your spine and then push back through the ball of that left foot. Gonna drop that foot to the back. And now warrior two, back to that left leg, right? So we mill it up and open. Boom. Left forearm's gonna come down. Take your right arm alongside your ear. And that's your right shoulder relax. Feel your inner right thigh lift. And then take that right arm, reach it up, and you're gonna flip, find your half bind to the low back, to the top of your thigh. Keep your tailbone long. You can let your head kind of dangle. Feels good to stretch in there. Okay. And then straighten your left leg, keeping that half bind. Come into your Uttanasana. Here we go. Can lean back, root into those heels, and then release your hands. Slide it to the floor. Downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do a fun transition here. Yeah, I promise. We're gonna lower into Dolphin. Here we go. Take your left leg and lift it up. All right, you can totally skip this part once you learn what we're doing. Like you need me to give you permission, right? All right, so we're gonna gaze forward. I'm gonna hop my right foot up into standing split. So my elbows are gonna lift while I hop forward. Ready? So gaze forward and just hop your right foot up. Boop, standing split. We did it. And you can grab a block if you want underneath your left hand. We're gonna come into a revolved Ardha Chandrasana, right? So pull your right hip back. Stay long through the back body. And if you wanna swing your right arm up, you can. Yes. Here we go. Come all the way up. Well, we're gonna kick your left foot forward. And then kick it back, warrior three. And notice if your balance is wonky today. Maybe it is on point. Warrior two. Step it back. Okay, here we go. We're gonna come down, side angle. Maybe this time you lower that right hand down to the floor. Top arm's gonna stretch straight up. We find that half bind again, right? Just rock it here. Lean back, make some space. Okay, warrior two. Come on up. Goddess to the middle of the mat. We got this, sink. And now we're gonna spin to the left, float that right knee, just this one time. Inhale, take your arms, reach them up, hands come to prayer, keep that knee hovering. You're gonna hook your right elbow to your left knee, and then straighten that back knee. And you can, if you'd like, take those right fingertips down, reach your left arm up. Yowza. Ready? Coming back through prayer with those hands. You're just gonna shift your weight forward onto your left foot and just find some balance here. This twisty warrior 3. Just gonna lift it up for a second and then tap it back down. Warrior 2 to the top of the mat. Windmill it all the way open again. Here we are. And then down to the floor. Step it back. Vinyasa if you want it. And pull it back. Downward facing dog. Okay, we're gonna lower those elbows. You can skip this part and just step your left foot forward. But you know, have some fun. Sweep your right leg up. Standing split to that left leg. Here we go. Hop it up. I'm a big fan of blocks here. So you can grab your block if you want it. Hook that outer left hip with your left thumb. Give you some space here from your hip to your chest, right? And then a little revolved Ardha Chandrasana if you want to sweep that left arm up. We're gonna come up to stand. Right foot kicks forward. Ready? Drag it in. Yes, kick it forward. Warrior 3. Maybe. And then step it back. Warrior 2. And we're gonna come into side angle, right? So you can grab that block if you want it, or take your hand to the floor to the inside of your leg. Whatever feels better. We're gonna lean back so we get a little bit of a stretch in here, or a lot of it. And then sweep your right arm straight up. Flip your palm, find that half bind one more time. Yeah. That's it. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on up. Warrior 2. And then a goddess. Spin it to the middle. And one spin to the right. Hover your left knee. Keep that left knee hovering. Take your arms, reach them up. Slide your hands down through prayer. And we're gonna hook that left elbow to your right knee. When you get the hook and the twist, straighten that back leg. You can drop those left fingertips to the floor. Spread those arms. Hands come back to prayer. Just play with a little bit of balance. Take your gaze forward. Shift weight into that right foot. And maybe we float that left foot off the floor. Keeping the twist, elbow to knee. And set it back down. Warrior 2, back to the top of the mat. And then windmill it to the floor. Step it back. Oh. Take a second here. If you want a vinyasa, you can. Or you can just hang out in your down dog. And breathe. Because that's where I'm going with it. Okay, so this next bit, you might want your strap. So, you know what? Take your gaze forward and walk or hop. Uttanasana. So you can grab your strap if you need it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. And slide your hands down through prayer. Okay, so I'm gonna throw in like just a little funkiness toward the back of the mat, all right? So don't panic, just grab your strap. Sometimes I practice it without the strap, even though I can't grab the bind. So just do what you want to, do what you can, and revisit. And maybe next time it'll be a little bit easier, maybe not. It's all good, right? So keep your strap handy, just in case. All right, good strong Tadasana at the top of the mat. You can kind of it out. This is the last bit of work. So here we go. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And downward facing dog, take it back. So we're gonna go back into that dolphin. So we're gonna drop those elbows, float your left leg up. Oh, here we go. Hop your right foot forward, or you can just step it forward from down dog. Standing split on that right foot. Yep, all right. From here, You're gonna lengthen your spine, bend that back knee, and maybe we can find a revolved Ardha Chandra Chapasana. You can grab that foot with your right hand. If you've got the foot, and even if you don't, right? We're gonna come into a dragon squat. So you're gonna bend that right knee and kick your left foot out to the side. Yep. And then come on back up, drag your left knee into your chest. We're just gonna kick it through like we did before. Like you could kick a hole in the sky, boom, or in the wall. Warrior 3. Yes. All right, here we go, Warrior 2. I'm gonna grab my strap here. So I've got it. So if you wanna grab your strap, you can grab your strap and throw it over your left shoulder. So that sounds fair. All right, here we go, Warrior 2. And then you're gonna take your right arm down, come to the inside of that leg. If you wanna work on the bind, you're gonna sneak your right arm underneath and grab for that tail that's being saucy. And then this top arm's gonna sweep around and it's gonna grab for the other end of the tail, right? So you can either grab your hands, grab your strap, roll that right shoulder open, push through your left heel, and find some length here. And straighten that front leg if you want. And find a nice long spine in your bound Trikonasana. Can lean back. All right, so I'm gonna release the bind, come back up through Warrior 2, but the strap's gonna stay right where it is, Goddess, to the middle of the mat. Okay, here we go. Spin to the left, hover that right knee. Take your arms, reach them up, inhale. When you exhale, bring them through prayer, hook your right elbow to your left knee, straighten that back leg. Okay, so we've got the strap here. You wanna keep it kind of over your back there. So now we're gonna take those right fingertips down and I'm gonna grab the tail of the strap that should be right there. Very awkward. So we can bind around and underneath. Okay, so now we're here. If you don't have the bind, it's okay. Just hook that elbow to your knee. It's no big thing, right? This is the hardest bind on the planet. So you're gonna shift your weight into that left foot, hop the right foot in, and we're just gonna play with a revolved Ardha Chandra bindy thing. Drag your right knee in. We're gonna step the right foot down. Shift weight onto your right foot. And then we're gonna lift up for a little revolved bird of paradise. Feel your chest lift. Gonna kick that left foot forward. Spin your chest away from your toes. Yes, and then slowly set it down. Here we go. Now I'm gonna release the strap. It's just gonna fall, it's all good. Slide your right arm through your legs and around the back of your right leg. And now I'm gonna bind my right leg for a regular bird of paradise. Shift onto your left foot. Maybe we lift it up and we kick. And then we lower it down. Plant that foot and fold for just a moment. Let it go. And sway. Okay. Okay. Okay, shift right onto your left foot. Standing split. Kick your right leg back. Inhale. Step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. We're gonna spin into Warrior 2 to the front of the mat. Here we are. Boom. And then windmill your hands down to the floor. Downward facing dog. If you want a vinyasa here, you can 1000% roll yourself through a vinyasa. If you want to skip it, that works too. All right, so from here, you're gonna take your left leg. Oh no, we're not. We're gonna bring the forearms down. I almost lost my way. Whew, okay, dolphin. Or you can lift your left leg and step it forward. But I'm gonna float that right leg up, right? And let's hop that left foot up to the thumbs. Standing split. Whoop. All right, grab your block if you want it, underneath that right hand. Here we go, press into the floor with your left leg. Lengthen your chest away from the top of your thigh. Gonna bend your right knee, grab your foot with the left hand. Revolved Ardha Chandra Chalasana. Yes. And then a dragon squat, right? So we're gonna lower it down and you can slide the block out a little bit. Kick your foot over to the left. Come all the way back up. Drag your right knee into your chest. And we're gonna kick it straight forward. Yes. And then a warrior 3. And drop that foot. Warrior 2, grab your strap if you want it. And now the strap can come over your right shoulder. This is hard work. I'm parched. Wishing I had my water bottle here. Okay, hopefully you have some water. Warrior 2. All right, and now you're gonna come down to the inside of that left foot. Okay, you can take the half bind and keep the half bind, it's all good. If you wanna go for the full bind, sneak that left. This is a sneaky strap. That left arm's gonna come underneath and we're gonna grab for the tail end and then wrap your right arm around and just try to find the strap where it goes. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Lean back. Oh, it does feel kind of good. And then bow forward for a moment. We're gonna straighten that left leg. And then again, if you can, lengthen your tailbone. Roll it open. Lean back. Oh, it's good. Okay, release everything. Leave the strap where it is though. Warrior 2. Hair malfunction. Goddess. Okay, we're gonna spin to the right. Float that left knee. Hands come up and then down through prayer. You're gonna find that twist and straighten your back leg. Okay, so we've got a strap here somewhere. So you're gonna take your left fingertips down, grab for the strap. Now you can see where the struggle is real here. I'm gonna grab the strap here, boop, and hopefully grab the strap here. Maybe not though, right? This is a crazy, crazy thing. I'm gonna pretend I have it because that's how life works, right? So you're gonna roll it open and then from here, shift your weight into your right foot. Pop it forward. Try to keep the bind. Lift that left foot up. Here we go. Step your left foot next to the right and you're gonna shift onto your left foot. And come up. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Kick your right foot forward. Top of the left thigh is gonna move back. Oh goodness, let it go. Okay, and then let your left arm slide through and we're gonna bind this left leg. Come onto your right foot. Here we go, bird of paradise. Lift it up. And maybe that left leg will straighten. But just think about standing upright as best you can before you worry about anything else, right? And then drop. And let it go. Uttanasana. Sway it out. Because oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. You're going to shift your weight onto your right foot. Sweep your left leg back, standing split. Lengthen your spine. Take a big step back. Warrior 1 to the top of the mat. Left toes facing forward, or warrior 2, sorry. Left toes facing forward. And then spin your hands down to the floor. And we're gonna kick the right leg all the way through. Pull it all the way in. Oh. And you can just splat on the floor. Take a second, knees in. So if you're looking for a longer practice and kind of a more rounded than I can offer in, 35, 40 minutes, or however long this is gonna be. You can pause here and go upside down if you wanna play with L at the wall or headstand or handstand or just legs up the wall. It's a good time to do that if you wanna fit that in, right? Otherwise, you're gonna plop your feet onto the floor, pull your shoulder blades in, bring your arms alongside, and just lift your hips. So binding is a lot of close down, right? It's a lot of crunching in and trying to make space in the front of your body. So let's just make some space in the front of your body for a second here. Press the center of the back of your head down. Feel your tailbone lengthen. And then release those hands and you're gonna lower down. Take your feet nice and wide and let both knees drop over to the right. And then bring them up through the middle and let them drop over to the left. And then up through center and over to the right one more time. And this time if you wanna hook your right ankle on top of your left thigh, as long as your low back, you know, this left side and your left knee aren't protesting. And then you're gonna take your left arm, stretch it long. So bring some lengthening back to the sides once you've kind of crunched up. And then we're gonna come through the middle and do the same thing to the left. Oh, and hook that ankle, if you want, on top of your right thigh. Stretch your right arm alongside your ear. And then back up through the middle, hug those knees in, take them wide. If you want a happy baby, you can work a happy baby. And if there's anything else you feel like you need to do before you rest, then please go for it. If you've de-layered and you want to re-layer, you can put your layers back on. You can grab the blanket for underneath your head and you're gonna stretch yourself out. Oh, blanket underneath your knees is also delicious. And we're gonna take a few moments just to relax and let all that sink in. So as your breath starts to slow down and your body softens, give yourself permission to let go of your practice, to let go of the things that worked and the things that didn't. And give yourself permission to just enjoy the fact that you made it here. Please feel free to stay as long as you'd like. When you're ready, you're going to feel your breath deepen. And start to move your fingers and your toes. And then pull your knees in one at a time. And come to rest on your right side, and take a moment here to pause with your eyes still closed and your awareness still inward. And then press into the strength of your arms to come back into your day with a tall spine, a light and lifted heart. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and take a moment to honor this time on your mat. Honor what you could and what was maybe a little difficult today. And give yourself a big fat smile. I don't know. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for getting all wrapped up with me today. I appreciate you being here. Always, always, always like, comment, you know, the drill. So you could subscribe if you want. Check out some of my other videos. There's some shorter ones, some longer ones too. See you again soon. Make it a great day.